We move now to the Migration Pact. The pact was approved today by the European Parliament's Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs. Under the agreement, as many as 4.5 million migrants are to be distributed to EU countries annually, and failure to take them in will mean heavy penalties. The Migration Pact has been supported by all European groupings, which include the parties of Donald Tusk's coalition. What does this mean for Poland? Today I'm checking, said Edyta Holdinska. 20,000 euros in fines per unadmitted migrant under a Migration Pact voted in the European Parliament Committee today. MEPs are sounding the alarm that we are facing a wave of migration. What does it threaten? Check today. The state is there to defend its borders, and our government is there to make sure this defence is worthy of a European state, that it's compliant with EU laws and done in a humane fashion. The new principles of EU migration policy are, first, ensuring the right to free legal advice and guaranteeing good conditions for waiting for an asylum application to be processed. Second, faster asylum process, applications assessed at the border. Third, the legislation commits to solidarity between countries in the event of a migration crisis. And it is the last point that is the most controversial. In exactly 2 years, millions of migrants will be distributed throughout many countries, including Poland. According to the pact, you'll be about to buy your way out at a cost of €20,000 per migrant. But should the Commission decide that there is a crisis situation, well, then you won't be able to buy your way out. Parties that voted in favour of this are PO, PSL, Hołownia and the left. So, refugees, welcome to Poland. How does it work? The Migration Pact provides for a system of compulsory solidarity. It relies on the fact that either countries take in migrants or they have to pay about €20,000 for each person. No member state will ever be obliged to carry out relocations, but a minimum annual number of relocations will be set from member states from which most people enter the European Union to member states less exposed to such arrivals. The Migration Pact is a very conservative compromise that's on the table. Today there is a consensus that the migration crisis is a fact. The approach to the document itself is radically different. Unfortunately, it was voted down by the votes of the coalition that came into government on the 13th of December. One should be fully aware of this. The European Union's Interior Commissioner, Ylva Johansson, expressed confidence that Poland would cooperate fully in implementing the new migration policy. The new government came in at a time when the pact had already been agreed upon, so it is difficult for it to take any clear position, according to the Commissioner. What's next? The Commission accepted the Migration Pact and simultaneously indicated that we must hurry towards ratification because, as the Commissioner says, 4.5 million migrants are to be accepted per year. The Commission will decide how many migrants are allocated to which country. When we see the housing shortages in countries like Germany, Austria, Holland, Italy, Spain, Greece, it's clear that they will get relief from the influx and that the Commission will be forcibly relocating migrants, predominantly to places like Poland. Why exactly to Poland? Each year the Commission will have the right to determine a sum that it will then allocate. And next, according to a mathematical formula prepared back in 2015, will redistribute the migrants. Now, according to the variables in the formula, Poland will have a much greater allocation. The question is whether our assistance to Ukrainians in a truly crisis situation will really be taken into account. Edyta Holdinska, Republic Television.